Hey guys, in this video I'm going to be showing you how to divide polynomials. But before we start with polynomials, let's refresh our basic skills of dividing using long division of our basic numbers. So if we're trying to take 163 divided by 7 without using a calculator, that's kind of key here, we are going to start by first setting up as a long division problem. So we're going to take 7, which is our divisor. We're going to represent our long division bar, and then we're going to write our 163, which is our dividend. From here, we can start the division process. So we start with looking at 1 divided by 7. Well, 1 doesn't divide by 7, so we group the next number with it. 16 divided by 7 divides evenly to a value of 2. Now, not evenly per se, we're going to take care of that remainder in a second. From here, we're going to take 2 multiplied by 7, which gives us 14. We subtract away to find the difference, leaving us with 2. Now again, we run into the situation 2 is not divisible by 7. So in this situation, we bring down the next term. Now we're taking 23 divided by 7, which leaves us with 3. We're going to multiply again. We're going to subtract away to find the difference, and we are now left with 1. Now this 1, if we look, we have nothing else to divide from. So this is what we call our remainder. And with our polynomials, we're going to end up with a very similar concept. So if we look at the next slide here, this is showing you back to back an example of our arithmetic long division, what we just reviewed, and our polynomial long division. And one of the things that you'll notice is they pretty much have the same exact step process. So if we look at the top here, it's saying polynomial long division is a method for dividing a polynomial by another polynomials of a lower degree, and is very similar to dividing numbers, like we said. So you can review the arithmetic long division if you want, but again, it's pretty much the same thing that we just talked about. If we look at our polynomial long division, one of the things that you'll notice is it has the same exact setup. Our divisor's on the outside, we have our long division bar with our dividend. Now, when we're dealing with this division, there's two main areas that we want to start by identifying. X, which is the main focus of all of our division, and the first term of our dividend. So we are taking that dividend of 2x squared divided by x, and whatever the quotient is, that's what we write in our quotient portion. So 2x squared divided by x leaves us with x. Very similar to before, what we're going to do is we're now going to take this 2x, and we're not only multiplying it to x, but to the entire binomial. So we're taking 2x times 2 as well. When we do, that's how we're getting this 2x squared plus 4x. Just like arithmetic, we are technically finding what's left, so we're going to change that to subtraction for each term. If you've done this correctly, the first leading term should always cancel. From there, 7x minus 4x leaves us with 3x. Now 3x isn't enough, so we're going to bring down the next term, 3x plus 7. And we start the whole process over again. 3x divided by x leaves us with 3. We take this 3, we're going to distribute it to our binomial, giving us this 3x plus 6. We need to find out what's left, so we are changing the signs representing the subtraction. First term should always cancel out, and we are left with a remainder of 1. So it is possible with polynomials to be left with a remainder. If we look at our first example here, we are dividing using long division. Now in red, they're kind of giving us some tips here. It's saying write the dividend in standard form first, including terms with a coefficient of 0, and we must always write the remainder as a fraction. So if we look here, we have 15x squared plus 8x minus 12 divided by 3x plus 1. So the first thing that we want to do is we want to make sure that our divisor is in standard form, meaning it's in decreasing order from our highest powered variable as well as each power is represented. So if we look here, we have x to the second, x to the first, and then our constant. So in terms of standard form, we can say that we're good. Now from here, we are going to set up our long division. We're going to take our divisor, which in this situation is 3x plus 1. We're going to represent our long division bar, and now we represent our dividend, 15x squared plus 8x minus 12. From here, our main focus is with this 3x and our first term of 15x squared. So we're asking ourselves, 15x squared divided by 3x will leave us with what? Well, that is going to be 5x. 15 divided by 3 leaves us with 5. X squared divided by x leaves us with x. From here, we're going to take this 5x and we're going to distribute it to the binomial. So 5x times 3x gives us 15x squared. 5x times 1 leaves us with 5x. Now from here, we're representing or trying to find kind of what's left. So we are changing the signs to find the difference. First term should always cancel. If we take 8x minus 5x, we are going to be left with 3x. Now, just like before we try and do division again, we want to bring down the next term. So now instead of just looking at 3x, we're looking at 3x minus 12. Now we're looking at 3x divided by 3x. 3 divided by 3 is 1, x divided by x is 1, so we're going to write in our quotient plus 1. From here, we're taking 1, we're distributing it to the binomial, leaving us with 3x plus 1. From here, we're finding the difference, so our signs are changing, so we represent that subtraction. 3x minus 3x is going to cancel. If we have negative 12 minus 1, it's becoming an even lesser value of negative 13. Negative 13 is what we call our remainder, and like it says in part 2 here, we want to represent our remainder as a fraction. The way that we're going to do that is we are going to use our divisor. So we're going to write our quotient as 5x plus 1 minus 13 over our divisor of 3x plus 1. So hopefully you found this video a little bit informative. That way it's going to just prepare us for what we are going to be seeing tomorrow. Hopefully, again, you found this video beneficial to you. Again, keep in mind that you can always rewind, rewatch the step process again.